Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. Good evening to all of you in YouTube land. I hope and pray that you and yours are happy and healthy and safe and well. Right now the time is approximately 9:38 p.m. Eastern Time and the date is Tuesday, October 4th, 2022. I'm gonna move my chair a little bit closer to my desk because I feel like I'm too far away. And I'm going to ask Drake if I am still in frame. Thank you, Drake. Drake is more commonly known as my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos. And of course, I am wearing a scarf. Susan Garrett, one of my one of my top favorite YouTube channel subscribers, has often complimented me on my scarf. So I always love wearing a scarf because I know that she'll enjoy seeing the scarf. And this is one of my personal favorites, which is why it often makes appearances in my videos. So I wanted to talk to you about an event that I'm doing. And I'm very excited about this event. I'm a little nervous as well. But the event is on Saturday, October 29th, 2022, from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It is an in-person event. So for those of you who will not be able to make it, I apologize in advance. I am excited about this event for several reasons. Number one, it is being held at one of my favorite places in Beacon, New York, namely the Pandorica Restaurant. The Pandorica Restaurant is a Doctor Who themed restaurant. And I know that I am not the only person who subscribes to, who is on YouTube, who is a massive Whovian, a major Doctor Who fan. So I'm very excited about the event because of that. But I'm also excited and nervous about the event because it marks my official debut as a psychic medium. Now, a little background. So for as long as I can remember, I've had mediumship abilities. And unfortunately, or fortunately as the case may be, I had a grandmother, my late maternal grandmother, who told me that I was not seeing things. Meaning that I wasn't seeing the face of my late Aunt Isabel, her daughter. Or I wasn't seeing that person who died 5 years earlier, or what have you. And I always found it fascinating that there were people who were not professional readers and would have readings with me, and they would say to me, you know, you have mediumship abilities. And I'm like, I don't know about that. And I didn't say it disparagingly, I didn't say it insultingly, I was just like, I don't know about that. And long story short, one day, somebody who I've known and who began availing herself of my psychic services in September 2001, yes, as in 9/11, began to actually, what she did was, she wanted to participate in a magical candle carving class in Manhattan. She lives on Long Island. And she didn't want to participate by herself, and she didn't want to go by herself, so she was like, I'll pay for you, I'll eat a lunch after. Now, for the record, at the time, I had the position of employment that I used to have before I became a full-time psychic for the second time around. So that particular time period was an especially abundantly full one for that side position of employment that I had. But this person is somebody that I like very much, and she's availed herself of my psychic services for a long time, and she referred clients to me, and I'm like, you know what, fine. And it was also around the date of the new moon in Sagittarius that year. So when the person who led the class, who I actually now follow on Instagram happily, went around the room and asked everybody, what do you want to create a candle for? I remembered saying, you know what, I think in honor of this new moon in Sagittarius, I'm going to take the plunge and I'm going to finally allow myself to not only fully embrace my mediumship abilities, but to begin developing them and strengthening them. And it went from there. And then, of course, given the number of times that I've almost died in the last decade or so, my connection to the spirits of the dead has grown stronger, whether I wanted to or not. So I was approached when I was at Notions and Potions a few weekends ago about doing this event, and I am doing this event. It's a bit daunting for me still. I've been reassured that I'm going to be okay, that I will be able to accurately sense the presence of the beloved dead. I am well aware of the fact that there was a spirit, and I don't remember the name of the spirit offhand, but I want to say his name is Henry, who resides at the Pandorica Restaurant. I've had a few interactions with Henry myself, and Henry has not corrected me, so I do believe his name is Henry. So, it's still a bit daunting, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited about it. I'm looking forward to meeting with clients prior to the event for private sessions. And yeah, it's going to be a wild ride. And I want to reassure all of you in YouTube land that I will be engaging in meditation and prayers of protection before the event begins and after the event concludes, so that nothing goes where they do not want to go. Or rather, nothing gets stuck on somebody and attached to them and goes where they go. Because I'm not having that. I'm like, no. You stay here or you go there. You're not coming home with me. I don't want you in my home. You go back to wherever you were. You go back to that house. You go back to that cemetery. You go back to that mausoleum. You are not coming home with me. God is blessed. I spoke the truth. And there you go. So yeah, and of course, it just works as... God is blessed. What I'm about to say speaks the truth. It really works especially well for my schedule that it is on Saturday, October 29th, 2022. That is the night before Samhain Eve, or the night before Halloween, for my non-witches out there in YouTube land. And I know that I'm going to be using the mediumship exercises that I've already learned, that I've already begun using, that I've already been using, and of course the recommendations in the Start Here chapter from Le Petit Lenormand Oracle by Lisa Young Sutton will also help me as well. I am very happy about it. I'm very happy about it, excited and nervous, and you know, all those emotions. I want to thank Shirley Wenlock-Hot, who is the owner of the Pandorica Restaurant, for offering me this lovely opportunity and offering me this opportunity to not only develop some of my other psychic abilities, but also to begin offering other psychic services to the public at large. And I also want to thank... I also want to thank the spirits of the beloved dead that accompany me, as well as my ancestors, for helping me and guiding me in developing my mediumship abilities and in not feeling uncomfortable about them or afraid of them. And of course, to all of you in YouTube land, thank you so much for honoring who I am and what I do, and for honoring Drake, more commonly known as my awesome audiovisual person, for my YouTube videos and everything he does as well. Thank you so much for all the likes, for all the comments, for all the shares, and for all the subscriptions to my YouTube channel. And of course, thank you to those of you who have scheduled your sessions, and to those of you who also are going to be there, even if I don't know it yet. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, thank you to the individual who beautifully surprised me today by buying me a coffee. I see more of those coffees. You'll see more live streaming videos from yours truly, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch. I wish all of you a beautiful night, a wonderful week. May your ancestors and the beloved dead fill your lives with peace, prosperity, and protection. And of course, stay tuned for the next video.